Okay, so I am going to interview one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. Her name is Sasha Laurel, and she is the host of this wonderful cooking show called Happy Foods 242. And she's going to be here at Studio Cafe, and I cannot wait to talk to her and her team just to find out how they got their start, you know, why they decided to embark on this type of show, and, you know, what did they expect for the future. You know, I'm really excited about that. So stay with me, and you're going to see all of this in this Bahamian Gyal's adventures.
Happy Foods 242.
Since Happy Foods 242 debuted in October 2014, it's become a household name in the Bahamas. The quirky half-hour TV show goes into some of the hottest restaurants this country has to offer, giving viewers a first-hand look into how they create some of their signature dishes and drinks. The show's unconventional, unscripted style lures viewers in every week and has done so for more than 10 seasons. Now I get to go behind the scenes to see how it all happens. I caught up with the gang at Studio Cafe on West Bay Street in Nassau. It sits on the grounds of the former Compass Point studio where legendary singers like Bob Marley and Sade have recorded.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Sasha Laurel and welcome to another exciting episode of Happy Foods 242. I'm the creator.
Hi Sasha, how you doing?
I'm good.
Tell us the genesis of Happy Foods 242. How did they get its start?
I told this story actually just today on Facebook. So 5 years ago and 2 months, someone came to me and said, Sasha, you need to do something with your love for food and your love for journalism. So I said, I wasn't working at the time. It was kind of like a low point in my life. A month after that, Jay came to me and Jay said, okay, Sasha, I told him I think he needed to be a part of the team. I didn't know what that team was going to be or what it was going to be, but he said the hardest thing for you to do is going to be to start. And that hit me like a ton of bricks. October 2014, we started with our first show. Shout out to the Glass Kitchen, Erica Robinson. I always pay homage to her because if it wasn't for her telling us yes, come, that was our very, very first show.
Why a food show?
Food makes me happy. That's why it's called Happy Foods 242. I love food, and food is a very important part of our culture. When we have death, we have food and a repast. When we have christenings, we have food, birthday, wedding. I mean, you name any kind of event. You have even if there's no event, you hanging around with a couple of your friends or girls getting together. It's food and drinks, and so I mean, it just made perfect sense.
How did Jay and Kenny get involved?
Well, like I said, Jay told me to just start. Jay was like the what should I call him? The propeller? Maybe that makes sense. But Jay was already doing video and he was doing, you know, I had worked with him already. And so I felt like I already had to, I didn't want to have to go and find someone that I didn't know who would have had to get to know me. So he pretty much brought the production team, and Kenny was already a part of this team. And so put me and Jay together and boom.
What's it been like on Happy Foods 242 for you?
It's been an enjoyable ride. We've had some up and down, not relationship wise or chemistry wise, but production wise. Obviously it was a labor of love. First and foremost, everything was out of pocket. The camera equipment wasn't there. There was no,
This was in there?
no we had, I think I was shooting with a Nikon 3200 or something like that, very, very low end. And every season we went up, production level went up, we learned from our flaws. And I had to trick Sasha into television. That's the funny thing. She thought this was going to be a YouTube show, and I said, you know what? Hey, Sash, we're going on television. I went down to Kim Jones' office and I paid for a few episodes on Jones Communication.
I never knew that.
And they saw Cable, our friends at Cable, saw us on Jones and said, next season, y'all come to us. and they gave us a full run, and that's how we got on television.
Kenny, I gotta come to you. I see you hiding in the corner, but I don't
Always
care.
hide.
You can hide all you want, because guess what? I'm gonna find you.
Don't worry.
And I got a tough question for you. So you know Bahamians are into the food big time. One of the more popular channels is Food Network. How does Happy Food stack up against those stellar shows?
I think we stack up pretty nice, especially coming from like a small place. And then we don't have all the crazy gear they have, but I really feel like we're doing a good job. We could be the judge of that.
What's your favorite part about doing this show?
Being with me. You love being with me.
I think I asked Kenny and not Sasha.
Definitely not that.
No, definitely not that.
Definitely not that. She's a hater, by the way.
Where do you see Happy Foods going in the next? I'm gonna take it year by year. Let me say for the next year. Where do you see yourself in the next year?
Okay, and you know, honestly, every season I say I'm gonna quit. I'm done. Let's find another host. Maybe I could just do the administration.
Why would you want to do that?
It's a lot. A lot of people don't realize, and you've been a part of the show. You've seen all the work that a lot of people just think when they see it on the TV Saturday at 7 p.m. on cable that they see it as it happens. No, I have to get my stylist. She got to get my clothes. I got to go to Waisha, make sure my makeup is right. Make sure these two people in place. Make sure there's a full schedule. But I mean, the possibilities are honestly endless.
Season 12, Jay spoke earlier about having to buy things out of pocket, pay for things out of pocket, having gear that was not the best when you first started and it's grown. Talk to me a little bit about the financial aspect of it and how expensive it is to produce a show like this.
I mean, it is difficult. When you look at the team is 100%, with one exception, entrepreneurs. So 100% entrepreneurs. So what I like to say about entrepreneurs is when you get out of your bed, you work, you eat. If you stay in your bed and you don't get out of bed, you don't eat. For whatever reason, God put this team together, and I always bring it back to him, because they could have said no. They could have stopped after season 3. We really didn't start making any money until about season 7.
Oh my God.
7.
So had you quit before then, you wouldn't have even stuck around to make the money.
Right. And 7 was Ocean Club. And that was a big deal for us, for an offshore international brand to take us on and be like, no, we're gonna pay for you guys. We're gonna allow you to stay on the property for the entire day. Not just you, bring your whole team. That blew us away. And so Jay was like, Sasha, we gotta be, he really was the one. He was like, we gotta start making some money.
Jay is very business minded for sure.
Yes.
No, I will definitely give you your props for that.
Happy Foods, for anybody that's in the food services business, this is pop culture royalty, right? If you're showcased on Happy Foods 2 for 2, people will come to your business. This is not something that I think, it's something that I know.
I can tell you for sure, okay, and this one I had to turn this up this way. I can say that a lot of the restaurants that I've been to, can you see the camera? A lot of the restaurants I've been to have been as a result of me watching it on Happy Foods 242. Like just the other day I was watching it and I called Sasha, I was voice noting her and I told her, I said, hey, was that burger really good? Were those fried pickles really good? I forgot the
6 and 4.
6 and 4. And she's like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, so the weekend, that's where I'm heading for my meal. So I believe Jay on that one. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And one of the things I think you asked Sasha about where you see the show in a year or 2 years, definitely we've grown to a point where, yes, we love our relationship with Cable Bahamas and they've been great to us and we love our Bahamian audience. I think it's a regional show, so some placement
I do too.
regionally, and even on the east coast of the US, because we actually have some superfans, American superfans that watch the show on YouTube, came down, tracked Sasha down.
Yeah, all the
took
way from
selfies.
Washington, Maryland.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Happy Foods, Happy Foods, 242, 242, Happy Foods, 242, food galore just for you. Happy Foods, 242.
You're watching Happy Foods
This ain't no talking
242.
show, it's a eating show. Sasha Laurel is the host of Happy Foods, 242, food galore just for you. Happy Foods, 242, food galore just for you. Happy Foods, 242, food galore just for you.
So let me ask you. So Sasha says her team has been here before. What was it about the experience that made you call them again?
But the experience, many people, she has a lot of viewers.
Okay, and every chef should want to be able to broaden their horizons, even more apart from just the social media part. Okay, and hey, she has a great personality. I love the show, watch it all the time, and that's why I said I have to involve Studio Cafe to make sure it has a spot history on the show.
You know, I think one of the coolest things about this show is the fact that, yes, you do get to hang out and eat some of the most delicious meals you could ever possibly find. But I think the coolest part really is just getting to know a lot of these restaurateurs and just the production behind the scenes. I mean, these aren't people who haphazardly came together. These are friends who wanted to do something really special. And they came together and they created a show that has been over 10 seasons long. So that's what I love most about Happy Foods 242. What's with the expressions between? I mean, y'all have your own language in the back there.
Yeah.
Get away! Nobody wants to see you here. It's not your turn.
It makes, sometimes it's like mind-boggling. The things that she actually says is like, do you believe this? Like, is this real? Is this real life?
You and Kenny are so in sync with it. It's like you automatically will look at each other.
We've known each other for 20 years.
Okay, so
yeah, so that's
that's like a marriage almost.
It is a marriage. My wife is jealous.
And Sasha eating up the food, what's that about?
Sasha just loves to taste. So she's a real Bahamian. As other people cook, she eats. That's just the way it is. And it works. And everybody knows it and they expect it. So they put a little extra on the side for her.
Oh my God.
Like a pot cake.
A lot of shows you won't see the behind the scenes fellas. You know what I mean? All the folks who are working behind the scenes, you don't see them. But on this show, I mean, you don't really have a choice though, because they'll come out and show themselves.
Yeah, because Kenny, I mean, people know the boys. That's their name, the boys. They don't know. They may not say Kenny and Jake, but when they hear me say, "Oh yeah, that's the boys," it's almost like someone asked me before I should create a page just for
the boys.
I'm like, no, it's not about them.
But I like that though.
No, it's not about
They have
them. The
their
only
own
thing I'd be
fan base.
posting on there is that they're always late. Like, what else would I post
And
on
very
there?
reliable. They show up.
They do show up.
They do extremely
I love
good
it.
work.
12 seasons in.
12 seasons in.
Award winning.
Hey! And here's now the fun part, the eating, because Sasha always talks about how this ain't no talking show, this is an eating show. So, where you come from?
The food is for me. The
bring you
food is
here?
not for you.
Get from
It
here.
is for, like my good friend K&K used to say, it is for me.
That's the best part of the show. Let's see when we finish eating. Do you ever want to just snatch the food from Sasha's hands?
We've tried. She holds it close to her chest.
She really does? So, what did you say, Kenny? Is it that bad?
She will
Has she ever fought you for food?
She will stab you with a fork.
Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. And as Sasha, Kenny, and Jay would say, that's a wrap on Happy Foods 242. Bye.